Hello, everybody. Live. The Montreal Canadiens. I'm gonna take the mic for a second. The Montreal Canadiens would face the uh the Edmonton Oilers, and they would lose. The Edmonton Oilers, of course, the second seed in the Eastern North Division. And so the Montreal Canadiens came out tonight and would lose in overtime because for some reason the Oilers can't defeat half of the Montreal Canadiens roster in regulation. Literally, for some reason, this was literally half. This was literally half of our NHL roster and half AHL roster. Literally. Hey, Tap, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Luca, thank you, man. Enjoy the last Sens game against the Maple Leafs. Come to beans, it was embarrassing for the Oilers. I'm gonna get why in a few minutes. But yeah, they got 2 points. Let's go. Yeah, Oreo guy, we took Stahl out to rest him with the other guys. That's 100% what happened. The Leafs game, hey, thank you, high quality drawing. Appreciate it, man. I don't want to, come to the beans. I don't want to be Ducharme making the lines either. Like, just imagine having all these guys that you took out and that are currently injured, going to be back for the playoffs, what your lines are going to have to be. Really, Tap, every time Leafs and Habs have met in the playoffs, the winner's gone on to win the cup. So the Leafs are about to win the cup then. My playoff lines, if Duran is out, Tatar to no Galley, understandable. To Foley, Suzuki, Caufield, okay, I like that. Perry, Cookie, and Emmy Anderson, and Lehkonen, Evans, Byron. Mwah, love those lines. Love those lines. Yeah, if Duran comes back, I want to see him with Suzuki and Caufield. That'd be great. Sons of Liberty, how's it going, buddy? Marcus, yeah, we played at Canadians started at 5 today. So yeah, we were we're here. Exactly, Luke. It was the Laval Rocket versus the Edmonton Oilers. Montreal really trying to enter. I mean, TBC. If anything, this should say more about the about the Edmonton Oilers not being able to defeat the fucking Laval Rocket in regulation. But yeah, Marcus, it's 4:45. Damn, so the game started at 2:00 for you. Holy shit. Yes, high quality. I really like that comic. Tap, I'm hoping Habs win the cup. It's not gonna happen, but we can hope. Yeah, I guess the German connection, maybe. Bob, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Thank you guys, by the way, for showing up for the very early stream. Typically, the Habs games are just entering the first intermission now. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by to the streams. Appreciate it. Okay, I guess. But it is Edmonton biggest frauds in the play. TBC, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Montreal in 93 had lost up to the playoffs, so momentum in a sense. Yeah, we're a real guy. That is true. Weren't we on a 3-game losing streak into the playoffs? Where's my gum? There it is. Was it a 2 or 3 game losing streak? It wasn't like big, but it was still bad. But Montreal Canadiens are going to ride a 5-game losing streak into the Stanley Cup playoffs. Newsflash. Tap, yes, no one in the North will win the cup this year. That's 100%. We can guarantee that pretty much. We can guarantee a Canadian team in the East in the conference finals, but I don't know. Yes, the high quality. I did lose. I did like the comic you made today. It was really fun. Yes, Jack, we keep losing, unfortunately. I mean, hey, we're not the Sharks at least. So game 56. This is it for the regular season, guys. This is the last stream on this channel for the 2021 regular season. This is nuts. Next should be my playoff predictions. It depends whenever the hell NHL wants to update their bracket challenge so we can actually do them. I did post a link to that in the Discord, which is in the link in the description. I do want to honestly, I do want to get a bracket challenge going of sorts. I don't know what the winner of the bracket will get. I don't know if it'll just be for bragging rights or what, but I do want to have something a little fun there. Yes, Jack, I had to. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sons of Liberty playoffs are different than regular season, which is why the Islanders are about to upset the Penguins. Yeah, TBC, understandable. You're taking the winner of the Leafs Habs to win the cup, so you're taking the Leafs to win the cup. Hey, Tap, I hope we have to hope Toronto loses and gets the shit pounded out of them the next couple games. We have to hope that happens. If the Leafs don't run into the Bruins, they have a chance. Yes, Clifford, that is true. Question, in your predictions this year, are you going to live stream? No, Marcus, unfortunately, because I'm not staying at my sister's house like I was last year, it's going to have to be a video. Otherwise, I would have loved to do another live stream like I did last year, go live for an hour and a half, and just, shoot the shit with you guys, talk about my bracket, my challenge, or talk about my bracket, who I think wins and where. It would have been really cool, but unfortunately, I will be making a video, not a live stream this year. I mean, technically I could live stream if I got like another board, which I don't think I can. But if I had another board or something like that, I would definitely do it on stream. But yeah. Can't believe we went to 25% of roster was like, and Oilers were just like, you know what? Let's go with all our roster. And Suzuki or Caufield almost ended it early. So I mean, yeah. Leafs will win if Leafs will win it unless it gets to game 7. Yeah, Sons Liberty. Yeah, TBC, you guys do have Freddie Anderson in net, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ottawa wins like 8-0. Well, actually, no, it's the Leafs 8-4. So yeah, I'm gonna point out right away, bro. People are annoying. AF. Both Habs and Leafs have their forces and their chances to stop getting on that. Either will surely win. It's a 50%, or it's 50-50 chance. It's 50% chance. It's 50-50 chance. Yeah, come to means. I understand. It's just for me, I don't know if I can trust these Montreal Canadiens headed into the playoffs. Like, yes, traditionally Montreal does way better recently in the last 15 or so years as underdogs, but I don't know if we can get past the Leafs this year. On my Android box, I can pick whatever like broadcast feed. Hey, get Toronto. Oh no, fuck. Yeah, get Toronto. I was gonna say, even though they don't have Bob Cole, get the Toronto feed. I really like the Toronto feed personally. I think that the 93 team likely rested several of the vets over the last 5 games. Smart coaches invent mysterious injuries in the last week of the season. That is true. That is very true, Bob. I mean, hell, they don't just have to invent mysterious injuries like it's been recently. Just, you're getting rested the last couple games. It's like, fuck it. We're going to take this guy out of the lineup. We don't even care. We're not even going to name an injury. He's going to be out. Like, they're very clear that they're resting players. But, yeah, Bob. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, Habs. It was a very roller coastery season. And now time for the playoffs. Yeah, Tap. The defense didn't look that bad, really. I mean, it was probably to blame on 2 goals. And Primo on 1, and then the overtime goal was just breakaway. That's literally like whatever. Larry Miles, if somehow Caufield became the playoff god in goals in the playoffs, if he went out and say in a 7-game series somehow scored like 13 goals, I would genuinely print a whole bunch of Caufield pictures and just put them in the back. I would genuinely do that. I actually would. Yeah, exactly, Clifford. They're resting Anderson so they can rest. They're playing Anderson so they can rest Campbell for the playoffs. Toronto has no come the beans. You can't say Toronto has no defense. They have arguably the best defense in the North. We have no offense. Toronto does. We come the beans. Well, actually, no. I was about to say we don't have an elite goalie, but no. Price in the playoffs decides to become elite again, so we both have elite goalies. Come the beans. That's the thing. You can't really say that. We have no offense. We have Toffoli, Anderson, Gallagher. Primo, the offensive talent. Perry. Caufield's been looking good. Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, we have offense. Obviously not anything near Toronto, but we have an offense. Yeah, Clifford, the Red Wings in the early 90s to 2000s, they rested their entire NHL roster. I did not know that, actually. Ian Tap, I kind of hope Byron sees a few playoff games, at least 1 or 2. I hope so. Hell yeah, and Nolan, this is pretty early to see shared pain for sure, man. Honestly, Larry Mice, I think he scratches Evans, unfortunately. I mean, actually, Larry Mice, I could see him scratching Kotkaniemi. I like Kotkaniemi, but Kid has not been himself in the last 20 or so games. He's not scoring. He's had chances. He's getting beat the shit out of him. He just can't score, and he just can't get points, unfortunately. Yeah, Sons of Liberty, if the Habs somehow go on a run, I will literally strip naked and run around in the street for 2 seconds. So the Montreal Canadiens finished their season with a record of 24, 21, and 11, or in standard talk, 24 and 32. So way below 500. Larry Mice, I mean, yeah, I'd rather Kotkaniemi than Stahl in terms of like young guys, but if you're going by playoff experience and veterans who know the way of the game and can help everyone else, then absolutely, Eric Stahl. Price is still elite. Don't remove credit to him. You saw what happened last year. Everyone said the same thing. But that's the thing. Come the beans. That's the thing. Price has 2 forms now. Shit regular season, great playoffs. That's what Price seems to be post 2017. Shit regular season, great playoffs. That's what Carey Price seems to be turning into. Tap, you can say Kotkaniemi. You can't say it'll destroy his confidence forever. We have Eric Stahl to go on a playoff run. If you just make it inevitably clear, if you just make it like abundantly clear to Kotkaniemi, hey, we're not sitting you because you're bad. You're just in a rough patch. You'll get through it. We want to run with Stahl a little bit. Kotkaniemi's going to understand. Stahl's won a cup. He has the playoff experience. Okay, you know? Yeah, the Canucks could finish with as many or more wins than the Canadiens and still miss by 7 points. It's our overtime losses. Our overtime losses really pushed us. Hell, thank you, Nolan. I appreciate it. Yeah, somehow we've sped up growth in the channel. I've lived in the 400s too long. Thank you for that, man. And you too. I see your channel's growing quite a bit, if I remember correctly. I keep checking in occasionally and seeing, damn, he's got some new subs. So that's really awesome to see. And yeah, thankfully the channel's starting to grow. As a lot of people I've heard say, the first 1,000 subscribers are the easiest or the hardest to get, and hopefully it works. Hopefully that ends up being the same thing for people like you and me. Where as soon as we hit that 1,000, obviously not skyrockets, but it gets a little bit easier to gain subs. Yeah, Larry Mice Kotkaniemi was one of our best playoff performers last year, and he came off a very rough regular season as well. So, I understand for sure getting, absolutely understand wanting to keep him in. I would maybe give Stahl game 1 and 2. I think I would maybe go Stahl game 1 and 2, and then depending on how he plays, which is more than likely no points, put Kotkaniemi in game 3 and 4, or maybe put Kotkaniemi game 1 and 2, and then Stahl game 3 and 4. Depending on the series goes. If we're somehow up 2-0, leave the lines the same. If it's tied, or I'd say if Toronto's up 2-0 or it's tied, then you could probably shift to Stahl. Really, Sean, Stahl won't even be in the lineup instead of going with the best players. Yeah, Sean, I can definitely see that being the case. And Marcus, it's not surprising at all. Jack Eichel wants out of Buffalo. That's not surprising at all to me because everyone seems to want out of Buffalo, look at the, mid to late 2000s Buffalo Sabres. Wasn't everyone that signed with them eventually moved on? Didn't everyone that played for Buffalo at that point was like, nah, I don't like this place. Would you trade Suzuki 2 firsts and Caden Gooley for Jack Eichel? In or tap? That's a great question because you're essentially trading 4 first-round picks for Jack Eichel. It depends, because Suzuki's likely going to be a good top 6 guy. Gooley could be a good top 4 option on defense, which is something that the Sabres do need. And 2 firsts, because you're trying to turn to a playoff contender, those likely end up being in the second half of the first round. And it depends with picks. If it's say 2021 first, say it's a deal at the draft. Say it's a 2021 and 2022. I hesitantly go for it. If it's 2022 and 2023, absolutely not, because I think the Canadiens, despite having a really solid roster and adding Jack Eichel would obviously really help. If you can somehow snag one of the great players in 22 and 23, or either draft class, I think that can definitely help you out in the long term for sure. And personally, I'd love to see Jack Eichel in Montreal. It's just if the cost is Suzuki, Gooley, and 2 firsts, don't know if I want that. And hell, knowing Buffalo, they'd probably do Gooley and a 3rd for Eichel straight up. That's how fucking incompetent Buffalo's management is. Oh, yeah, no, you guys just moved into the 400s. Yeah, I forgot about that. You guys just moved into the 400s. I love that Suzuki Caufield duel. Me too. We should do them. Whoa. I don't want to do anyone. We should do them at fully on the second line. First line, obviously, like you said, Danault, Gallion, Tatar. Kotkaniemi, Stahl, Frolik on the 3rd line. A 4th line that tore it up. Wait, what? Oh, the 4th line that tore it up. So the Bell line. Byron, Evans, and Lehkonen. I see. I feel like the Habs wouldn't be in the playoffs if there was an Atlantic division. Yeah, probably, Robin. I honestly couldn't see. I think the Canadiens would be near the playoffs, but I don't think they'd be in it if there was an Atlantic division. Rich J, how's it going, buddy? We will see about Price. I'm not convinced that he can turn that switch on again this year in the playoffs. If I'm Ducharme, I give the price. I give Price to start in game 1, but if he looks shaky, yeah, Bob. I feel like Ducharme is smart enough to at least know that and do that. But yeah, hopefully that's I want Price to do good. I want Price to look fantastic in the playoffs. But if he can't get that switch and he looks shaky, I'd ride Allen as well. Eichel's been through, yeah, Nolan, I agree. He's been through so much. Like you said, he's hit his breaking point. Buffalo's not allowing him to get the surgery he wants. Just incompetent management. That's what you get when the Pagulas are running your franchise. Marcus, top 3 landing spots: Rangers, Kings, and I'm going to say Bruins. I know a lot of people are saying Bruins can't afford to give up, or Bruins don't have enough to get Eichel, I think they can definitely make it work. I think they can definitely do it. I know. Let's just wait and see, but let's not go and say, well, come the beans. I mean, Price is shit in the regular season. But like I said, I'm not going to say Price is going to do garbage in the playoffs. I'm not going to say that. But in the regular season, he was not great at all, in my opinion. That is true in our tap. I mean, second overall. It's Rich J. I don't want to be cocky and say we're going to light up Campbell. I think it could happen. Like you said, nerves are going to be a factor. So I definitely think it could happen. I don't know if it would. Would you trade for Dahlin if he wanted out, and what would it cost? Well, Hyman Beast, if he wanted out, that tanks his value. I think if Dahlin wanted out, probably a second and one of your decent prospects. If Dahlin openly I want out of Buffalo, I don't like being here, no one's going to trade 2 firsts and 2 seconds, for example, and roster players, all that. They're going to – it's going to be like, look, Dahlin wants out, second and something else, take it or leave it. Teams are going to play hardball for that. Harry, do you think they will wrestle Baby Matthews and Leafs other top players? No, Daryl, it's not going to happen. No. Dan, I mean, I appreciate the confidence that you think Habs are going to beat Leafs in 7 games. I appreciate your opinion. Anaheim, LA, Ottawa, all been through early windows, then rebuilds, and so many steps ahead of the Sabres. Yeah, Nolan, exactly. Like, you look at LA, Anaheim, and Ottawa, who've all started their rebuild kind of around the same time, about 2018. Funny enough, right after Anaheim went to the conference finals in 2016, LA Cup champions, obviously, just gotten beat by the Vegas Golden Knights, and Ottawa coming off their conference finals appearance. All 3 teams started that rebuild around the same time, and they're, like you said, there's so many steps ahead of the Sabres. I feel bad for Melanie Martin as well. I watched her video she uploaded yesterday. I actually hate the Buffalo Sabres, and I just felt bad. I was listening to it and I was like, yeah, I can't agree with any of this. Or I can agree with all of this, I can't agree with any of this. Over the course of his first NHL seasons, yeah, Bob, exactly. He's lost 87. I mean, 87 games over 5 seasons. That's not like too bad. For me, I'd be hesitant to trade for Eichel given the surgery he wants. Apparently, no player has returned to the NHL after having said surgery, so I would be very hesitant on trading for Eichel. And if I'm an NHL team, I'd play the long game, wait till he has a surgery, and see if he even can come back. Because no team wants to trade, like with Boston. Apparently, it's a rumor they want either Pastrnak or I forget if it was McAvoy or Carlo. I think it was McAvoy. One of Pastrnak or McAvoy in return. I wouldn't want to trade those guys. And then, oh shit, Eichel has to retire because of injuries. And then shit, you just gave away David Pastrnak. You just either gave away a 40-goal scorer or a top 4 or a top 2 defenseman, not in the league and on your team, or a top 2 defenseman for literally jack shit. See what I did there? But yeah, I would play the long game if I was an NHL team. Yeah, it would be awesome if the Panthers could go on and run maybe like 96. I'd love to see them get to the conference finals. I think it'd be awesome. Oh, Marcus, yeah, I think Ottawa definitely had to take to make the playoffs if it was 82 games. Definitely had the chance. Sorry. Definitely had a chance to make it, and they probably would have. What's your predictions for the Habs Leafs first round matchup? How many games and who comes out on top? I've said Leafs in 4, but I do think Leafs in 5. I think the Habs take a game, whether it's game 1 or game 3 or whatever. I do think the Habs take a game now, so I do think Leafs in 5. Do you think Ducharme changes the lines every second in playoffs? Hyman Beast, I think Ducharme's actually going to learn. I think he's going to stick with the lines. He's not been changing the lines as much lately as I've seen, so it seems like he has learned from earlier in the year, so I'm thinking he's probably going to stick with his lines. I mean, Sons of Liberty, I'd probably give Price the 1 game at the very least. If depends, if he lets in like 6 goals in game 1, knock on wood, if he lets in 6 goals in game 1, then obviously you just run with Allen straight up. But if Price only allows like 2 goals, let's say like 2 goals and 23 shots, for example, like I'd run Price game 2. Hey, Josie, how's it going? Trade Hall for Eichel and maybe a pick. Eichel could be their long-term if he likes it there, so I think that's a good trade. I mean, Winslow. Hall would never want to go back to Buffalo. He saw how much of a shit show it is. There's no way that he's going back there. Yeah, Tav, yes. We can get Huberdeau for a lot cheaper than Eichel. Yes, very true. The Sabres are the only team I feel more sorry for than the Canucks. Clifford, me too, man. Me too. Robin Russell, if Leafs win, it'll be 4-5. 4 or 5, not 4 and 5. I don't think we have witchcraft going on. If the Habs win, it'll be in 6 or 7. Yep, I did see that. I can see that, Robin. I definitely think that has a possibility to happen. Hyman Beast. Seattle trades recently signed Renman for Eichel. That'd be nuts, Hyman Beast. She wanted to do all the Buffalo games. Yeah, Nolan, that sucks for sure. Like, the team just killed her spirit. I think she said, if I remember correctly in that video, she said this is the year where she's least given a shit watching the Sabres, which just sucks. That sucks for sure. Yeah, hopefully Cole has a good playoffs. I mean, the nerves could get to him, and it probably will. But if he has a good playoffs, that'd be awesome. 87 games is more than an entire season. He's missed 20% of his games. Holy shit, yeah, Bob. Now that you bring that up, like 87 games over 5 years, like, yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. Don't trade Pasta. He's great. Yeah, Clifford, I wouldn't trade Pasta for Eichel either, man. I wouldn't, like, as awesome as it would be having a center core of Bergeron and Eichel, if you lose Pasternak, I don't think I go for that. Who would the Canucks trade to get Sam Ryan? Soviet Union, I have no clue. Maybe straight up Sam Reinhart for Elias Pettersson. Knowing Jim Benning, he'd probably do that, honestly. Fun fact, every time the Leafs, that was mentioned earlier, Robin, every time the Leafs and Habs played in the playoffs, whoever came out on top always went to win the Stanley Cup. I did see that. That's actually really cool. Cameron, how's it going? Soviet Union, how's it going as well? I think really lack of fans will hurt Montreal more than Toronto. I definitely see that. I definitely think it'll hurt Montreal. What's the word on that, by the way? Is it confirmed that Montreal is not having fans for playoffs, or is it still like it's a possibility and tickets are going to go on sale like very last minute? Like, I put up with losing. Exactly, Nolan. It seems like every team lost 7 games in a row at some point in this division for some reason. So the opening lineups for the Montreal Canadiens. Oh, it's confirmed no fans? Wow. That's surprising, actually. I'm very, very surprised. Well, then again, I'm actually not surprised given we haven't had fucking vaccines at all. But I'm very surprised that they're actually allowing no fans in Canada. That's actually kind of surprising, especially for Montreal. Leafs game's about to start. Shit, really? Oh, shit. Brian, thank you, man. Good game for sure, man. And thank you. Good luck in the playoffs. Good luck dealing with those Jets. But thank you for telling me that no fans in Canada. That's actually, like I said, that's surprising. I'm actually really surprised they wouldn't have managed to do that. Hell yeah, Patrick. Regular season's over. New season begins with the playoffs. Go Habs, go for sure. Thank you, Patrick, for coming by to the stream. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming to this very early stream. Usually we're only live around like 10:30. It's 8 o'clock right now. We have 15 in the stream. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for the 16 likes. It means a lot. The opening lineups for the Montreal Canadiens were Armia, Suzuki, Caufield, Tatar, Kotkaniemi, Perry, Byron, Evans, Lehkonen. So the Bell line's sticking together. And Belzil, Frolov, and Lyon, a.k.a. the Bf line. Hey, Cameron. Yeah, the early streams are kind of cool. If PK Subban gets traded to Vancouver in the 15-16 season, do the Canucks get past Calgary, and could they get past Anaheim? Yeah, definitely they could. Soviet Union, didn't I answer this season? Didn't I answer this last stream? But yeah, I definitely think the Canucks make it past Calgary for sure. Hyman Beast, it's going to be a premiere, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's going to... I did the stream last year, but it's because I was sticking at my sister's house, and I mentioned this at the time as well. That's the only reason I did it live, was because I was at my sister's house. We had Bell. It was great Wi-Fi. I was able to stay alive and be able to balance it out. So unfortunately, it is going to be a video this year, but I will premiere it for sure. As soon as NHL fixes their bracket challenge and makes it actual doable, we'll set that up, and I'll get I put the link in the description if any of you guys want to join it right away, and yeah. Harry, do not fraternize with the enemy. You're underdog. I'm underdog. We stick together. I'm sorry, Nolan. I'm sorry. It's too bad that some of the new Hab players don't get to experience the adrenaline that are fit. Yeah, exactly. In our tap, I would love to see how guys like Caufield and Stahl and Merrill and Edmonds and a lot of these guys, Toffoli and Anderson. I'd love to see how these guys deal with the adrenaline that the fans give. I'd love to see Toffoli go off and score like a hat trick with the Montreal with the Bell Center just roaring and screaming for Toffoli. Like, that'd be nuts. Cadets music will, I think the Toronto are definitely going to improve offensively when Gallagher's back. Because Gallagher it's been confirmed he is 100% going to be back. He is 100% apparently going to be back for the playoffs. I don't know about Dano. Is there any word about Dano? Was he just held out today's game, or is it confirmed that he was? Is it confirmed that he was just held out today's game, or is it confirmed he's still dealing with concussion symptoms and he's not 100% cleared for game 1? If the Canucks would have had Subban, really Hyman Beast, was that the rumor trade? Subban for Horvat? Was that the rumor trade? No, Canucks. By the way, I don't want weed. I'm sorry, but thank you. Thank you for the offer, though. I appreciate it. Joe Habs. Excuse me. Sorry. I was thinking of maybe streaming the draft and free agents if what we currently have planned happens. I'm not going to say it now because I don't want to say it, and then if it ends up being not happening, then, or if it ends up not happening, I have to be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, but this fell through. But if what we plan to have happen happens, absolutely, I'm going to stream the draft and free agency. But right now, I'm going to put it as a 50%. It's a possibility for sure. Tomorrow, the last multi-game day of the 2021 season. Jesus, I hope we're not in 2001 anymore. Then it's pretty much playoffs and Canucks Flames game. Hey, let's go, Clifford. He was on the ice. Thank you, Joe Habs. Hello, Harold. Hey, Pablo, how's it going? Great to see Caufield and Suzuki getting on the score sheet. Hell yeah. Now we rest, get fully healthy, and then the big boy games begin. Hell yeah. Yeah, Robin, I did see Leafs for starting Anderson in net. How many goals has he allowed about 3 minutes into the game? Did you hear about all the Sens fans? I went to Stutzel and his teammates' house. Yeah, that's awesome. Threw hats over the fence. That was really sick, Marcus. Someone sent the link. Someone put the link on my Discord, and that was really cool to see happen. Will the re-additions of Kucherov and Stamkos be enough to take down Florida? Thoughts on how Hedman would perform through his injury? Cadets, I think Kucherov and Stamkos definitely are enough re-additions to be able to take out Florida. I think Florida does manage to upset the the Lightning somehow. I do think they managed to do so. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if 100% they can, because Kucherov, dude hasn't skated in 3 months, 4 months. Dude hasn't skated since the seasons began, right? And then Stamkos, he's still hurt, and Hedman's injured as well. I don't think Hedman's going to be able to last throughout the whole series. Something tells me the Panthers are going to keep hitting him and like really pushing him off. And I honestly think Hedman's going to get really, really badly hurt in the playoffs. I don't want it to happen, obviously, but something just tells me it's going to happen. It would have been for the 5th overall pick in a second, but due to Dubois being drafted at 3 by Columbus, the trade was off. Really so by unit. That's surprising. Joe Habs. Weber was on the ice too with Price and Galley. Thank you, Joe Habs. So it seems like those guys could be back for game 1. That'd be sick. Hey, TFS, I'm sorry to hear you hate today, man, but hopefully it gets better, man. Hopefully it gets better for you. Didn't your premier say today that he wants to see more French Canadians on the Habs? Igor Tap, the premier has nothing to do with the Canadians, thankfully. Probably would have traded Anderson for Dubois at the deadline. No problem. Igor Tap, I could see Florida in 6. I think Florida in 7, personally. I think it's going to be a really hard-fought season. I think I know why Anderson's not playing well. Ingles said he's hurt a little. Really, Joe Habs. I could definitely see that. I think a lot of people are hurt and just hiding it right now, not just on the Canadians, but all around the league. Given 56 games in about 4 months, it's bound to hurt a majority of players, I think. I think it's bound to hurt a lot of players. So I definitely think that Stahl is just one of a few guys on the Canadians alone that is definitely hurt and just it hasn't come out with it. I think 100%. I think 100% at the 100% after the season's done, and once the Cup champion's confirmed or is played upon, I think a lot of teams are going to come out and say, "Yeah, we had these guys hurt during the regular season. This guy played through injuries. Blah 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 blah." That'd be nuts. That'd be nuts. That's probably going to happen. I don't want to watch the Panthers get. That is true, Soviet Union. The Panthers are probably going to get destroyed by the Hurricanes, unfortunately. Tampa captured Lightning at. Thank you, Ian Tap. And yes, they did. Harry Reich should be the coach. Firstly, thank you for coming by again. I'd love to, but I don't know if I can because I don't know if I can get it in time for the playoffs because it's a week, not even from the playoffs. Unless I ordered this, or unless I got like a thing for Amazon Prime really quickly, and I was able to, then hell yeah, but I don't think so. Today sucks. I got 5 points in Shell. We lost 10-6 with our goalie making 6. Jesus, Nolan. That's a big L. Randy N, how's it going, buddy? Hell yeah, we're in the playoffs. Let's go. Anything's possible. That's why, yeah, Stahl wasn't playing today as well as the rest. Yeah, I did see. And apparently we're now having 2 days off. We're playing, or we're not playing. We're not practicing on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, I think they said through Monday. I think they said it's 3 straight days of practice for the Canadiens, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Resign any of our deadline acquisitions. All haven't made a huge impact. Cadets. I don't think so, because who was the deadline acquisition? Stahl, Gustafsson, and Merrill. Merrill, I don't really think you resign unless you want to keep him as like a spare or sixth defenseman. Gustafsson, I liked. We just played him for 4 games, not even. Yeah. And then Stahl, he's going back to Minnesota no matter what. So I think maybe Gustafsson. I think you maybe resign Gustafsson. And hot take, you resign Gustafsson 1 year, $800,000. I think the Habs are I think the Habs are genuinely gonna push for Tony DeAngelo, and your third pairing is gonna be Tony DeAngelo and Eric Gustafsson, both guys who had 60-point seasons in the same year, and that's gonna be nuts. Why do I have a strange feeling we lose to the Leafs and Leafs losing 7 to the Bruins in the third round? That'd be nuts, Harry Rice. TFS. Unfortunately, Nolan's goalie became Malcolm Subban. Sorry. Florida will have to. God damn it, Randy. Your goalie was Bobrovsky's first year of his contract. Yeah, Merrill Gustafsson Stahl. I can definitely see them not being resigned. I would like to give Gustafsson like 5-10 games personally. Taylor Hall really changes the chances for Bruins. Yeah, he really does. Hall just decided, you know what? I'm in Boston. Let me just be point per game all of a sudden. Someone on Vancouver radio said that JT Miller should be traded because he plays hockey as if he owns the ice. Yes. Trade your best player. Yes, Vancouver. Yeah. Vancouver, you should trade your best player. Trade JT Miller. Just trade him for a fifth. That's how much the dude is a bum. That's how much of a bum the dude is. Oh my God, Jesus. Vancouver radio is just yikes. I think Florida would give the Lightning. Thank you, Clifford. Thank you. Kulak, Sherratt, Romanoff, Ouellette, Gustafsson, Merrill will be your defensive pairings. Yeah, Sons, that's a yikes. I also could have had Hall, but you got 2 washed-up Devils, and Lou Lamoriello decide, hey, 2's better than 1. Yeah, Coach, I can definitely see that. I don't think we'll sign Gustafsson because Fleury might play next season. I'd love to give Fleury a chance. I'd love to give Caden Gooley a chance as well. Obviously Gooley's not going to push for the NHL spot. I mean, I think giving him preseason games would be good, but I could definitely see Cale Fleury. Definitely could see Cale Fleury playing next year. Let's be honest. No one wants the team out of the East to win the Cup. Yeah, Nolan. I think I want the Islanders to win the Cup. I'd love for them to win the Cup. I'd love to see how happy TFS and Suns and then Kim, obviously, how happy my Isles friends get. But out of the East, I wouldn't mind seeing. I'd love to see the Islanders win. Wouldn't mind the Penguins. Wouldn't mind Boston, and I don't want Washington to win because fuck Tom Wilson. Hell yeah, TFS. I'd love the Islanders to win the Cup, actually. Yeah, Vancouver radio is treating JT Miller like Toronto radio traded Kessel, unfortunately. We almost got Dubois. We had a deal in place, 4th overall pick in our 9th if Columbus didn't take him. Yeah, Joe, that was nuts. Yeah, Inner Tab. I mean, you can't say you like the Isles, but they choke. Like, they didn't really choke last year. They got to the conference finals. If anything, that was unexpected. It was like, fuck. Well, it was like fuck, but it was like, we'll get we're gonna get the first round exit, you know. Cadets, next Rangers coach, take a lucky guess. Take it, spin a wheel of all possible candidates, and every one of them have a chance, except David Quinn because they just fired him. For some reason, I feel like Gerard Gallant's gonna be there. It could be a Penguins Capitals second round. That'd be nuts, Rain. That'd be nuts, coach. Hell yeah, videos of Reddit. Caufield's buzzing, man. 5 points in 10 games. He is half a point per game. No one expected this. Yes, Nolan. Islanders is the lesser of 4 evils. Boston, Washington, Pittsburgh have cups in this lifetime. Yeah, back at the bus. Thank you, Nolan. Hell yeah, James. Teams in the playoffs. Let's go. Yeah, Suns, you'd love a cup. I'm sure you would, kick W. Elias Pettersson, if he didn't get injured, he'd be point per game most likely. Really, really, coach, you think Tortorella returns to New York? I'd love to see that. I could see that happening. I think that'd be great. Yeah, TFS, yeah. Really? Pierre LeBrun said if Bergevin doesn't get fired, Ducharme will be the next coach for the Habs. Well, I mean, he's technically the current coach, but he just removed the interim tag. I wouldn't mind that, actually. A lot of people have said recently, and I kind of started to agree with them now. Ducharme, I would give him at least 10 games into the regular season. Give him an offseason. Let him see. I want to give Ducharme a chance. I've been very harsh on Ducharme, but I want to start giving him a bit of a chance. I want to give him an offseason at least. I want to give him an offseason, see how he does. Also, Joe, I highly doubt Bergevin's going to get fired because he has a year left on his contract anyways. I don't think the Habs will fire him. And hell, I don't think they would even anyways. We'll beat the Oilers. You beat the Leafs. We'll meet in the second round. The videos of Reddit sounds good to me. Hell yeah, Matt Norton. Caufield's hopefully entering beast mode. Like, just think, if this were an 82-game season schedule, he'd be on pace for 41 points? That'd be fantastic. Ian or Tap, Islanders definitely can beat Boston. They have what it takes. Hell yeah, James. Let's go Toronto. I'm sorry. I like the Senators, but I want Toronto to win. Caden Primo would start the game in net. Charlie Lindgren backs him up for the night. Allen has the night off, and Price comes back for the playoffs. Yeah, Matt Nordberg. Sorry. But yeah, Matt. I hope Drouin comes back as well. Those feeds to Caufield's getting chills. Like a line of Drouin, Suzuki, Caufield would be incredible. Drouin and Suzuki have great chemistry. Caufield and Suzuki have great chemistry. And then if you can get Drouin and Caufield having chemistry, fuck, that would be a fantastic second line. Honest predictions for Leafs Canadian series. How many games? Leafs in 5. I've said Leafs in 4, but I think either Leafs in 5 or Habs in 7 personally. Buchnevich extension. He's playing very well. Yeah, Cadets. I definitely think Buchnevich is it Buchnevich or Buchnevich? Because I've heard both. But I think Buchnevich would be incredible to extend for the Rangers. If he somehow makes it to free agency, I'd love the Canadiens to pick him up for a bottom 6 role. Love what Buchnevich has done for the Rangers. Yeah, Gallant will go to Seattle. It's probably a handshake agreement. Did you guys hear that? If you guys on stream heard that, that's yep. I think that's one of the mouse traps. Yep, one of the mouse traps just went off. Yep, that's it. There we go. But we have videos of Reddit. You Jets fan, my boy. We have a place for you. Hey, let's go, Noel. Let's go, Nolan. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, Islanders can beat Boston. I think you can beat the Pens. Sportsnet is saying that is talking about the future of the Habs, and him and Bergevin might get a new role. Really, Bergevin might get a new role. Really, Joe, that'd be interesting. Trevor Timmins will be the next GM. Is that who you're talking about, Trevor Timmins? But yes, DFS, I did. Yo, that's sick. I actually got one of the mouse. Let's go. Hell yeah. In 82 games, Caufield will be on pace for 30 plus goals. Rich, that's nuts. Let's go. Green leaving Canucks head coach is a good probability now. Tortorella's leaving Columbus. You know what time it is, boys. Let's go. So be it. What's your Habs lineup if everyone's back? Coach, are we talking if Drouin's back as well? Because if we are, then if we are, then Tatar to no Galley, because obviously Drouin, Suzuki, Caufield, Lehkonen, Byron Evans, probably his fourth line. I want to get that out of the way. And then probably to fully Anderson with the center of Koki and Emmy, probably, personally. Problem is Drouin and Caufield are not grinders and will be punished and possibly here. Well, Tap, that's the thing. You look at the lines they were playing on this year, Caufield and Suzuki, who were they playing with? Foley, I think? None of those guys are grinders. Like, you can say, they're going to be punished and possibly hurt, but the NHL is not as physical as it was in the 90s. You can have a line of all small guys nowadays, and you won't have them getting hurt all the time. Fangio, you're 38 minutes late, technically, but I wouldn't say you're that late. We haven't even started on the actual game yet. That line would cause so much trouble if they can get great chemistry. Also, Galley setting screens in the playoffs. Yeah, Matt, that'd be fantastic. That'd honestly be nuts. We have cookies and Jets game reactions. Hell yeah. I'm stuck in a trap. Hey, Larry Mice, I'm sorry, man, but I think I just killed you. Buddy. Hey, let's go. Trevor Timmins. There we go. Leafs were 7-3 over the Habs this season. Leafs outscored Habs 34-25. I would say Leafs in 5. Rip Mouse. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, I think Leafs in 5 as well, man. Yeah, Rip Marchand just got killed by the trap. Thank you. Thank you, Sons. Really, Trevor Timmins has been with us since 2002. He's GM ready. I did not know he's been with us since 2002. I'd like to see. I wouldn't mind giving Timmins a chance as GM. I'd love for Bergevin to stay, But if for whatever reason we did trade, if we got rid of Bergevin, I wouldn't mind seeing Trevor Timmins be the GM. I think those guys could be really, really solid. Bergevin is a solid GM. I think Timmins kind of being Bergevin's like protege. I think Timmins could be the future Bergevin. Where would you have Stone lineup? Cadets, probably a healthy scratch. Maybe fourth line if you want to scratch Koki and Emmy for whatever reason. Are they the good cookies? Let's go, videos. Unfortunately, Caufield still wouldn't win. Yeah, unfortunately, Soviet Union, probably Kaprizov would probably still win the Calder. Videos of Reddit. I just said 5. I would just say I just said 5 games for the Leafs. Trevor Timmins scouting record. I mean, you're in our tab. Can you really say that? Thank you, Brad. I'm a positive Habs fan. Not thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Thanks. Hope you liked it. Hey, let's go. Let's go. We're getting people watching Nolan stuff. Let's go. Just take 1 or 2 games off the Leafs to slow them. Yes, Nolan. Yes, absolutely. The opening lineups for the Oilers were Kahun, McDavid, Puljujarvi, Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Neal, McLeod, Chiasson, and then Shore, Kara, Archibald, Nurse, Barry, Kulikov, Larson, and Jones, Bear were your defense pairings. Yes, I can say that, and it's true. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't say that. You have the freedom of speech, but I don't know if I would say that. I mean, I think the last 3 years are really going to show soon. Then, it's really going to show soon that he was really, really solid. Really Soviet Union. Kaprizov is a generational talent and the next Fedorov, in your opinion. It's very hard to live up to Sergei freaking Fedorov. Like, it's very hard to live up to that, but I think he possibly could. Joe Habs, Molson will fire Bergevin if we lose in round 1 or miss the playoffs. Fuck Jeff Molson. What would you do if Habs pulled a reverse sweep? I don't know what I would do, honestly. You get your homework done that I get. No, Jeff, unfortunately, I did not, man. I'm very sorry. Scouts provide input. Thank you, Bob. Going to the playoffs on a 5-game losing streak. Yes, Paul, that is very, very iffy. Yeah, Joe Habs, thank you, man. I think Trevor Timmins has been great with scouting. Sorry. Thank you guys, by the way, for the 21 likes. Alex Chiasson gets a start in net tonight, as I originally put, but it would be Mike Smith, who I thought would get the night to rest up. Turns out line combinations was a very wrong sight. Mikko Koskinen would back him up, as he usually does. Caden Primo, like him, yeah, conservatively, he's going to need another year, at least in Laval. I like Primo as well. He's going to be a good backup, but I think he needs another year or 2 in Laval. If Habs pull off a reverse sweep, Toronto will invade Quebec, and we'll have to call it the Toronto Inquisition because no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Let's go. There we go, Nolan. There we go. I think the series goes 6 or 7. I think people really don't know how much of a boost Galley will give us. And if Price is fully rested and in the zone, he can steal it like the bubble last year. Yeah, Matt, I can definitely see. I can't see us being the Leafs. We definitely have what it takes. Don't know if it's possible, though. I want to believe in Ducharme, but I don't know if the team has what it takes to defeat the Leafs this year. Goalies take a while to develop. Exactly. He may even be ready only at like 25. Exactly, on you, man. Like, goalies take a while to develop. Like, Sorokin's, 24? Sorokin's, 24, and he's only developing now? Yeah, Joe. Price always steps in the playoffs, so I could see, even if the Leafs take it in 5, I do think those games end up being 2-1, 3-2, very low-scoring games, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be, 8-4, for example, for the Leafs. It's going to be kind of low-scoring. We just need you guys to injure Matthew. Whoa, videos are Reddit. No. We're not injuring anyone purposely. Yes, Harry gets. Hey, thank you, Nolan. thank you, Nolan. I appreciate it. Will Hellbuck bounce back by the playoffs? Seems to be in a skid since losing streak, below 900 save percentage and over 3.5 goals against per game. Jesus. Cadets, hopefully. I want him to bounce back against the Oilers. It's just, I feel like this is overall a really bad year for him personally. Kaprizov is going to be good. Imagine if he had the players around him like Detroit. Like if Fedorov was playing with like Yzerman and Shanahan, for example, which I think was that line. Wasn't it? What line was Fedorov, Shanahan, and what's his name? Who did I just say? Fedorov, Shanahan, and Yzerman. Wasn't that the first line in Detroit for a while? Fedorov, Shanahan, and Yzerman? Yes, Byron is goated. He should be on the Isles. But are you guys ready to pay at least 5 first-round picks for Byron Sons? Hey, high quality. How's it going, man? We seriously play better on 5-on-5. Yeah, high quality. You guys do. Helly isn't lacking. We are burning this tier goalie with no tier defense. Like, no one. Like, I don't mind the Jets, but like, geez, you guys are playing Logan Stanley. That should tell you guys how much. That should tell you guys how much that's not great. Price could be the wild card this year from the play. Yeah, exactly. Last year he wasn't recovering from a concussion. This year, like last year, he was well rested, training. This year, he's coming off a concussion and hasn't played in. Actually, Galley will definitely give us a boost and have some impact, but it's not like that is true. We're not getting Lemieux coming back in or tap. That is very true. I think Price gets 999 save percentage and one that Joe Habs. Thank you for being very optimistic. MVP for the playoffs for the Habs. Onion could end up being Caufield. I think probably will be Galley. The Sens cleared the puck 5 times. We only got 1 shot. Damn, high quality. Top shelf. Going great, man. Thank you. Yeah, Habs, I definitely think it could be. I think you could say a great game for us as well. And yeah, just couldn't finish. I've drafted Byron 20th in the sim. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. I thought you meant in a fantasy league, but yes, you did, Sons of Liberty. Yes, you did. What is it with the Jets and having giraffes as defenseman? First Tyler Myers and then Stanley. I don't know, Clifford. Detroit the draft. Okay, who we taking? I don't know. Someone's calling me, dude. Hey, Bergeron, up. What'd you say? Dude, I'm not taking that play. Okay, please don't beat me up. Thank you, Fazio. Thank you, Fazio. Yo, Loki, Yzerman, and Bergeron, they could beat the shit out of each other. Bearing a cataclysmic, I don't know what the hell I was saying there. Barring a cataclysmic mental collapse, the Leafs roll over the North Division. It could very well be 8 games. Is Buffalo as a franchise overall the most pathetic in the past 10 years? Because that's 100%, unfortunately. Bruh, don't shit on a good D, man. Just point at Pullman. Stanley, a solid second pair who needs more experience and more confidence to use the body. I like him a lot. That is true. I forgot about Tucker Pullman. I think that points. I think that shows how bad Tucker Pullman is when I mentioned Logan Stanley over Tucker Pullman. Yeah, like videos are right. Like I've noticed Stanley a few times when the Jets play the Habs, and he's not that bad. I kind of like him. Oh, conservative lore, absolutely. Bergeron's are an extension. Give him as long as Bergeron wants. If Bergeron wants to be the GM for the next 15 years, give him 15 years. I'd give him 4 years, though, personally. Yeah, I have Suzuki and Kalki and Emmy, dude. Battered. Wait, what? Battered? Oh, Price is kind of battered. Yeah, for sure. High quality. Definitely think he is. Byron will get the OT winner against the Leafs game 1. Habs, I like the way you think. I unfortunately don't think that'll happen, but I like the way you think. Could potentially happen. I'm trying to load Discord for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Don't put any money on that prediction. Videos of Reddit. Stanley's better than half. That is true. Videos of Reddit. Where am I? Can Cookie and me bounce back in the playoffs? Because that's possibly. I definitely think so. Hey, Top Stuff. You loved the video yesterday. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Good work. Thank you, man. And yeah, thank you. Guys, if you haven't checked out the video yet, I posted a video yesterday. It's a video game and DVD Blu-ray update, collection update. It's a bunch of stuff I got. I think you guys are gonna like it. I'll be excited to see a North team. Yeah, Jeff, that would be really fun. That would be really fun for sure. Why does it feel like when Kotkaniemi is in a slump? Yeah, Suzuki plays out of his mind. When Suzuki's in a slump, it's the opposite. That very much seems to be the case. I agree with you, Onion Man. Hey, Detroit, you got 10 seconds left. Who are you taking? Okay, Bergeron, I'm not doing this. You can't beat me. You can't beat me up. Okay, we'll take Simon Robertson. Dude, what the fuck? I meant Simon Edvinson. It's Sheringan. Thank you. Whoa, Fazio. You're a fucking joke. I think you're just finishing your Detroit thing. Steve Dangle said, when you get to Martin Rinchin, you've dug too far down for depth. Yeah, Nolan, can't blame you. I need to know who, Bergeron's trainer, like, dude's got, like, if Bergevin were to knock on my door and just demand whatever, like, he was like, yo, can I use your bathroom? I was just like, yes, right over there, Mr. Bergevin. I would just point in the direction, like, I'd be fucking scared of Bergeron, no matter how friendly he was. I get Price had a concussion, but he's been putting in work since he's putting in work. There we go. I can speak right. Since he was cleared to skate, y'all got it. Matt, I want to have the faith. It's just, like I said, concussions are tricky to come back from, man. If Byron wins an OT game, I'm going to buy a Byron. You're going to Byron? Islanders jersey for when he comes to Isles, yes. Hey, Lemario, no problem, man. Thank you. Yeah, Joe, maybe that's what he does. Yeah, Detroit's been pretty bad. Yeah, Arizona always seems always bad, Bob, except last year and the year they went to the conference finals because of Mike Smith. Bergevin has the same. Yes, he has the same trainer since McMahon, 100% Nolan. They're both jacked as shit. Before the game, massive outs tonight as Toffoli, Anderson, Stahl, Petrie, Edmondson, and Allen all had the night off. Yeah, yes, Byron for Barzell. Thank you, Intertap. 100% I would be down for that. Sons, what do you think? We need airs. Yes, we do, cadets. Dude, we clinched the third seed, but to be honest, I don't know if that's a good thing this season. Edmonton has beat us up like Mark Bergevin beating up the Buffalo GM to get Eric Stahl. I mean, Fangio, regular season and playoffs are the complete opposite. Look at last year. Didn't the Rangers sweep the Hurricanes in the season series in the regular season, and then Carolina swept the Rangers in the playoffs? Joe, I did. I said, yeah, that is very true. Maybe Price could be saving energy. I'm a Leafs fan, but I respect the Canadiens. Thank you, Lemario. And I'm a Canadiens fan, and I respect the Leafs as well. With the amount of stress he gets as a Habs GM, he probably – that is true, Darwin. That's actually a really good point. He probably lets it all out by working out. He's like, God damn, Detroit GM. He's probably punching bags, like shouting out different GM's names. Let him. He's probably done shit like that. We have videos of Reddit. We got a bunch of Jets fans, weirdly enough. Maybe I might become a partial Jets fan. Maybe I'll get a Jets jersey eventually. Yeah, he's Perfetti on his logo. That is true, Fajin. McDavid's been amazing, but how often did he show up for the playoffs? Look at last year. Canadiens early on, not looking too bad. They wanted to push with half the roster out, and then Bergeron's probably angry at Yzerman the most. You can never win a trade with the guy. Jumbo's good because fishermen don't know when it's time to go home. Damn, Nolan. All right, we're back. I'm sorry, I just read out your comments. Just look back at the last minute. I read a lot of your comments. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see the Capitals-Bruins game, Lemario. Yeah, I have my audience. They're trying to convince me to be Jets fans. Yes, Matt Norton, exactly. Yes, pain on the PP. Yes, high quality. Big pain on the PP. Yes, Suns, absolutely. Montreal's the only Canadian team I like besides Vancouver, but I like the Nucks only because of Hoglander. Understandable. Oilers went back the other way. They had a good chance. I like their minor passing. Then Canadians got on a 2-1, but they were not able to score on it. Then back the other way, Merrill actually did a really, really good job, in my opinion, stopping a potential 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Really, really good job. Ended up ended up fucking, what's the name of that thing you do? Ended up just sticking his leg up and managed to get a leg on the puck. Knocked it not out of play, but knocked it away from the pass. And then Suzuki had a good shot. Smith made the save. Then the Oilers scored 1-1 tie. Chiasson got the goal. You couldn't blame Primo on that one. Evans tipped it in the net accidentally. Then Schrott got called for high sticking. Clear as day penalty there. And then we'd score. Short-handed. 9th of the year for the Montreal Canadiens. Suzuki, unassisted, I believe. As far as I know, they haven't made any. They haven't added any assists to that goal. But Nick Suzuki, 2-1. And then the Oilers tied it up about 50 seconds later on the power play. Nugent-Hopkins for the goal. It was a poor effort by Primo. Didn't try to look past Neal, who was screening him. He's not looked great tonight, unfortunately, so we were 0-1 on the power play tonight. If you get a Jets jersey, sweater, I have to get number 9 Hall. Have to, Bob. Absolutely. Yeah, Lemaire, I did see that. I didn't watch the game, but I did see that. Yeah, Clifford. Hoglander is going to be really, really damn good. 2nd-round pick as well. That's surprising. Yes, Ottawa, Sanders, HTHSL Chapter 1 legend, Niels Hoglander for sure. Fazio, absolutely. So we were 0-1 on the power play tonight. Primo almost gave a wide open net to the Oilers. He was kind of puck watching, thought it was going to go around, but it didn't. But I forget who it was. I think it was Tyler Ennis who wasn't able to stuff it into the net. Oilers then got Primo would let in 4 goals, and they want them early. Holy shit, I just predicted the outcome of this game. I swear to God, I put this at the time. Oilers getting a bit of pressure. They know Primo will let in 4 goals, and they want them early. I swear to God, I put that. Lemario, I know about Sam Smith. I don't know the guy personally. Yes, Fangio. Primo did start the game. Primo started. Lindgren backed him up. Allen had the night off, and Price was preparing for playoffs. Canadians then had a few decent opportunities, but they just weren't able to score on them. Kotkaniemi's line with Gustafsson were playing quite well at that point. Missed interference as Evan was hit hard without the puck. Love your stream, Harry. You're not biased. You're fair. Hey, Buds fan, thank you so much for coming by the stream, and thank you for the compliment. It means a lot, dude. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, Leonard tap and ended the game as well. Primo miraculously ended the game in net. But yes, Buds fan, thank you, man. I try my best not to be biased. I try to be 100% split down the middle. Obviously, I'm a Habs fan, but I try and talk the game as evenly as I could, or as I can. Sherratt was getting a bit physical. The game was turning out pretty well. I think it was 15 on the Oilers. I forget who it is. He was getting physical as well. So both guys were kind of getting a little physical with each other. Canadians looked for a rush, but the Oilers were cutting them off. And so the end of the first game was tied 2-2. Shots were 9-8 Oilers. Yes, Faggio, HHSL. I missed the playoffs by 5 points because for some reason Suzuki got re-signed apparently, but no one told me. So I didn't play him. Yeah. Early in the second period, Canadians looked good, feeling they were looking pretty decent. Primo then had a good save. It was good for him. Glad to see him rebounding from the first. I thought he generally had a really solid game in the second and third. Then the Oilers went to the power play. Suzuki got called for cross-checking. I thought Armia's was worse personally. I think Armia should have gone, not Suzuki, but fair enough. Sorry. The Oilers were not able to score on it again. We looked good with Byron and Lehkonen for some shorthanded chances, though. But we were 1 for 2 on the power play. Sorry, the PK. I don't know why I put power play. The Canadians then really pressuring, but I thought we looked solid. And then Smith was down for a few moments after a very minor collision with, or unfortunately, very minor collision with Jake Evans. Hopefully he was all right. Would stay in the game. Very surprisingly, he was holding his head and his face a few times. Don't know why they wouldn't just pull him from the game. The concussion spotters don't know what they were doing there. But yeah, very weird they wouldn't pull Mike Smith out of the game. Yay, thank you, Philip. Caufield looks great for sure, man. He does. Yeah, Jeremiah, can't feel bad about a Habs loss in overtime. I'm 12 players making a combined $50 million out of the lineup. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine losing an OT. We got a point. Like, we pretty much played the Laval Rocket against the Edmonton Oilers. Exactly, on our tap. We're getting to that. We're getting to that in a little bit. And yeah, we're getting to that. That was complete bullshit. Then Jake Evans was taken down. He was slow to get up. Thankfully, would stay in the game, so he seemed to not be hurt. Even then, this is the last regular season game, so thankfully he has a little bit of time before playoffs start to recover if he was hurt. Both teams were kind of trying. Both teams also starting to hit a little bit more. Habs looked for a few chances, but the Oilers were able to hold them off for now. Then the Oilers went to another power play. Suzuki got called for holding, for hooking, I believe was the call. And then the Oilers scored on it. There was a big scramble in front of the net, and Draisital gave the Oilers a 3-2 lead. Basically, Primo wasn't able to hold the puck with a bunch of sticks in the way. Eventually found Draisital, who just put it in the back of the net. And we're going to ride a 5-game losing streak into the playoffs. Shots were 19-17 Canadians. I love Draisital so much as a player. Yeah, Philip, for sure. It looks like he plays hard every shift. 1-0 Senators. Thank you, Clifford, for the update. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my Wi-Fi keeps acting like shit. I'm hoping to improve it eventually, but early in the third, Canadians came out well, in my opinion. They were looking for the tie. I liked how they were playing right now. But, of course, there was no penalty. Canadians were really pressuring. Caufield especially wanted the game, or especially wanted to get the goal. Loved how they were playing right now. Yeah, you know, tap 93. Yeah, I think you said it earlier. We went on a losing streak into the playoffs. What was the losing streak? Was it 2 or 3? I feel like it was something like not as bad as this year, but I think it was still like 2 or 3. Cadets, I'd develop him for at least 1 more year. I'd go 2 at the least. You know, goalies seem to develop later than forwards and defensemen, so I'd probably go 3 maybe, but at least 1 or 2 more years. At least 1 or 2. McDavid cross-checks Tatar 4 times in a row and no fucking penalty. Literally, McDavid hits him with like 1, 2, 3, like 4 kind of vicious looking cross checks, doesn't get fucking called, and Armia and Suzuki combined for 2 cross checks and they get called. I think we have the Gretzky handicap coming back for Connor McShitstreak. In my Team Canada NHL 21 season mode, we're 21-6 as well. Play Team USA Electric Division rival. I decided to put USA, Canada, Russia, Finland, Germany, Denmark, Czech. in the Atlantic Division. Okay. I see what you mean. I like that. Putting all the best teams in the same division. That's kind of cool, actually. That's actually really solid. Yeah, Oilers looking for a bit of pressure in return now, but the Canadiens wouldn't let them have it. And then we scored all of a sudden, right off a turnover by Caleb Jones. Suzuki or Caufield gets the pass over to Nick Suzuki, who puts it back of the net. 3-3 tie, just like that. Habs had only two wins in the last 10 games in 93. Holy shit, Enor Tap, thank you. Cadets, Avalanche have a chance to win the President's Trophy. Either the Knights or Canucks or Avalanche can win. The Knights can win if they defeat the Sharks and the Avalanche lose to whoever they're playing. I forget who it is. And the Avalanche can get the President's Trophy if they beat who they're playing and the Knights lose to the Sharks. And the Leafs can stay in President's Trophy contention if they beat the Senators, the Sharks beat the Knights, and the Avalanche lose to whoever they're playing. So, yeah. Are you due to put certain teams in one division as if you substitute a team, whatever decision you want? Yeah, Lamario, I'm used to that. I've done that a lot of times in NHL games, so you'd be surprised, actually. Yeah, we had a lot of pressure now. We were looking really damn good. We wanted to win now. Canadiens were still pressuring. They really wanted the lead at this point. Loved seeing the Canadiens playing like this. And Cadets, I don't want the Leafs to win the President's Trophy. I mean, if we beat them, oh, cool, we beat the President's Trophy winner. But, I don't know. I think it'd just be better. Oh, we beat first seed in the North Division. I think that sounds a little bit better than, oh, we beat the President's Trophy winner. Obviously, the President's Trophy winner, but just, I don't know. I like saying, oh, we beat the first seed in the Canadian division. Corey Perry taking a slap shot was a very funny sight to see. You don't see Perry winding up for slap shots at all. Canadiens had a lot of momentum. I loved how they were playing the game at this point. Suzuki had a really good turnover that led to a solid Caufield chance, almost kind of similar to the one that Suzuki scored on. Yeah, Fazio, early games. Surprising. Early games for sure. Habs really looked good. They wanted to end in regulation. Love to see it. Lehkonen had a pass to Byron. It was just too hard. It looked like a good chance. Yeah, Fazio started at 5 for us. I guess it was 4 for you. Our place. Hey, let's go, Mario. Sorry, I'd like the Leafs to win it so they have hope. Then I don't know about that, Cadets. I don't know if I want to be that mean to the Leafs. Primo had a really good save off a turnover in our own zone. Really liked how they were doing there. Habs went to the power play with 3.5 to go. Archibald got called for hooking. Looked like garbage on it. I really like Belzo, but shouldn't be anywhere near our power play, in my opinion. How did we not put Caufield out there? 1-0 Ottawa from a screen in front. Thank you, high quality. I appreciate it, man. So we were 0-for-1 on the power play. Zaitsev snipes it. That's got to hurt. Former Maple Leaf. Late in the third, Draisaitl tripped up Armia. No call, and almost immediately Nurse off the crossbar almost ended it. Yeah. So the shots, 29-21 Canadiens, and we were tied 3-3 heading into overtime. Or head to overtime again, I should say. Caufield had a nice shot on Smith to start the overtime. No dice. Smart move by Ducharme getting him and Suzuki out there to start the overtime. But why Sherratt? I don't know. I'd go in all young guys line and get Suzuki, Caufield, and Romanoff out there personally. Paling in the starting lineup next year based on how he's played this year. Yeah, I'd love to see that, honestly. Would love to see Paling get fourth line ice time. Unless you want to run with Evans as your defensive forward on the fourth line, I'd love to see. Would love to see Paling get in the lineup next year. It's fun seeing our dudes succeed. Hey, let's go, high quality. There's that then. Habs lost 9-0 final game of the season in 93. Holy shit. Who did they lose to 9-0? Jesus Christ. Was it fucking Detroit or something? What was it, Detroit, Quebec, a good team? Was it a good team we at least lost to 9-0? Or with the fucking Sabres? Yeah, and then Edmonton ends it 27 seconds in. Kahun on a breakaway, just like how it was last game. 4-3 Oilers. I put what a shit overtime. So yeah, final shots were 30-22 Canadiens to Detroit. Yeah, Tap, I had a feeling. Detroit, thank you, man. Oilers won it 4-3 in overtime. So yeah, guys, like usual, I'm going to give you the stats. I'm going to do we just did the recap. I'm going to do the outro, and then we are going to head out of here. Unless you guys got any more comments or questions, which we will definitely get to. Tyler Toffoli will lead this team in points 28 goals, 16 assists, 44 points. Jeff Petrie, 12 goals, 31 assists, 43 points. It's honestly nuts to think that dude was on pace to be point per game, and he finishes with 43 because of his, 14 games without a point. Suzuki, 15 goals, 27 assists, 42 points. Suzuki had a really solid sophomore season, in my opinion. Was on pace for about 65 points, and people think this guy was in a slump midway through the season. They lost 1-0 to... Why wouldn't we lose 1-0 to Buffalo? Why wouldn't we get shut out by the fucking... Well, wasn't it Hasek at that point? Wasn't Hasek in 93 at that point? He was in with the Sabres? Because that would actually kind of make sense. It had to have been, 1-0 in overtime. Tomas Tatar, 10 goals, 19 assists, 29 points. Josh Anderson, 17 goals, 6 assists, 23 points. Philippe Danault, 5 goals, 18 assists, 23 points. Sorry. Jonathan Drouin, 2 goals, 21 assists, 23 points. Brendan Gallagher, 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points. Corey Perry, 9 goals, 11 assists, 20 points. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. Shea Weber, 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points. Paul Byron, 5 goals, 11 assists, 16 points. Yoel Armia, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. What Hall of Fame player could single-handedly bring a bottom 10 team this year? The one that they played the most with their career. What Hall of Fame player could single-handedly bring a bottom 10 team this year, the one that they played the most with in their career, to the playoffs? What do you mean exactly by that, cadets? Like, what Hall of Fame player that played for one of the bottom 10 teams could bring them to the playoffs? Is that what you're saying? Yes, conservative player Patrick Waugh. Yes, Patrick Waugh. Arturi Lehkonen, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points. Joel Armia, 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points. Jake Evans. Sergei Fedorov. Fedorov's in the Hall of Fame, right? I think Fedorov, if he came back to the Red Wings, was apparently, or not Fedorov, Datsuk. Well, he's not in the Hall of Fame, but I think Datsuk would bring Detroit to the playoffs. But I do think if we're going on a Hall of Fame right now, Sergei Fedorov would absolutely have what it takes to bring the Red Wings back to the playoffs this year. Would have had, sorry. Jake Evans, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Brent Kulak, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. Ben Sherratt, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Alexander Romanov, 1 goal, 5 assists, 7 points. 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Cole Caufield, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points in 10 games. Eric Stahl, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. Eric Gustafsson, 2 assists. And Alex Belzil. Yes, Luca, I can see this message. Yes, the GOAT. I did see Luca see the GOAT. Alex Belzil with 1 assist. Michael Frolik, Xavier Ouellet, Otto Leskinen, and John Merrill, the only Montreal Canadiens who have played games with the Canadiens that did not get any points whatsoever in this season. So yeah, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for today's live stream. I think I'm going to head out of here. I'd be interested in your season-ending grading of the Canadiens this season. A+, obviously, excellent. F, a complete failure. I wrote down my grade here, and we'll share when you grade this team. Harry, it's Romanov, not Romanov, Romanov. You need that? Yes, cadets, I need that weed now. Bob, I'd give the season probably a C-. It was a bit disappointing. Whoa, what? Oh shit, I think it's starting to rain. Yeah, it's starting to rain, guys, so I'm gonna, real quick, you guys are going to come with me with my mic. I'm going to close the window because it's raining. I don't want to get any rain in my window and on my extension. Romanov? It's Romanov? Is it Romanov? I thought it was Romanov at this point. I thought he asked them to change. I'd say C-. It was slightly disappointing. I expected them to stay in contention for second at least for longer through the season. But then again, the injuries kind of hurt us a lot. So, I can't really completely downgrade them. I'd say a C. We still managed to make the playoffs, Yeah, I'd give them a C. Yeah, Luca, Habs got a C+. I'd give them a C. They made the playoffs. A lot of the new guys looked fantastic. Injuries really tore them down, though. Yeah, C. So I think the general consensus seems to be right now C. What about you, Bob? I don't think you'd give them an F, but what would your grade be? Thank you guys, by the way, for the 24 likes. Means a lot that you guys would do this. That you guys would come by to the stream. Yeah, it means a lot that you guys would come by to the stream. I'd grade them a C minus. Backed into the playoffs, but we're so inconsistent. Damn, so I actually gave them a better grade than you. I gave them the same grade, but I bumped it up slightly. Okay. Yeah, so the general consensus seems to be about a C then. Really, cadets, you give them a B minus. Sons of Liberty, how's it going, buddy? Returned right for the end of the stream. Hell yeah, Bob. Let's go. C minus, I can understand. Definitely. Backed into the playoffs, but yeah, we were very inconsistent. It didn't help that we, had half of our roster injured, pretty much, it seems. So yeah, guys, unless you guys got any more comments or questions, that's going to do it for today's stream. I'm going to start doing the outro. If I get anything, I will mention it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on everything, which includes but is not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry Rice. Subscribe to the Puck Club, subscribe to the HC Club, subscribe to join the sub up, subscribe to join the D Nation if you're a member of the Mod Squad. Thank you for moderating any comments on any streams and or any videos that I post. Yeah, links in the description are my Twitch, which once I get my PS4 fixed, I definitely want to start streaming on there. I think it'd be really fun to do so. Bob, thank you very much for coming by to the stream. Hell yeah, guys, before you guys leave, if we could get some, and I keep forgetting to do this, if we can get some Triple Heart Squad in the chat, that'd mean a lot, guys. Thank you so much. Where am I? I'm stupid. Yeah, my Twitch. Once I got my PS4 fixed, I want to start streaming on there occasionally. I think it'd be really fun to do so. Compared to YouTube, see how I like either one. Amazon wishes PO box in the PayPal in the description. If anything is sent my way, it is greatly appreciated. Never it'll ask for. If anyone does want to send anything via the PayPal or the PayPal, as I mentioned in the last video, you will get your name on the big ass non-donor board of not donations. I'll be in the background of the next non-25 days of Harry or unboxing video. The reason and the next live stream, the reason I do for both is because the streams typically look like garbage. So sorry. The reason I do for both is because the streams typically look like garbage. So I do it in the videos as well to make up for it. Yeah, I forgot to do the thing. Yeah, there we go. The Amazon wish list and PO box, if anything sent my way, is greatly appreciated. Never it'll ask for either greatly appreciated. Never it'll ask for. You will get a VO of me unboxing, whatever it is. If anything is sent my way via either or. Yeah, also in the description is my Discord. It's where I post notifications every time I go live and every time I post a video. Check it out. It's free. Check it out if you want to talk with me as well. We talk on there occasionally. We got a cum zone. We got the lounges. We do some VCs. Actually, this weekend, now that I remember, we're going to be doing some Among Us streams, actually. Bye, Harold. Luca, thank you for coming by to the stream, buddy. Appreciate it. And yeah, this weekend, like I said, we're probably going to do some Among Us streams on Discord. I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to do, I think. So yeah, check that out. Probably going to be made into a video. So if you want to get on, if you ever want to get into a Harry Rice video, join that Discord. Wait for the Among Us stream to start. Fuck. Also in the description is my speedrunning account. Now that I have control, that works on my computer. I do want to start doing more speedrunning videos and more speedrunning, not streams. If we had good Wi-Fi, I would be doing streams. But I want to start doing more video games and speedrunning videos in general. I think that'd be really sick to do, honestly. So yeah, check out the speedrunning account because I do post my records once I do get them. Sons of Liberty, we're playing Among Us this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, maybe Friday, but probably not. Probably Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe we do both days. Who knows? But yeah, I wanted to do it on both days because I think that'd be really cool to do. So yeah, this weekend, for sure, Friday through Saturday, we're doing at least one Among Us stream on the Discord. Not on YouTube, it's on the Discord because my Wi-Fi can't handle streaming on YouTube, unfortunately, so it'll be edited into a video. The final thing in the description is, unless I forgot a goodie, which I don't think I did, is my letterbox. It's where I rate and review movies. Very rarely I'll actually review them. Most of the time I just rate them. Check it out if you want to know movies I love. Unless you guys would rather check out the video made for Christmas Day last year, which may or may not be my top movies of all time of 2020. Check it out if you also want to know movies I hate. I definitely want to do a video on that in the future. I think it'd be really fun to do so. So, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for coming by to the stream. It means a lot, guys. Thank you all so much. My name is Harry Rice. Love you all so much. Thank you for the 25 likes on the stream. Appreciate everyone that comes by to the streams, whether you're lurking, whether you're actively in the chat, you're liking, disliking, whatever. Thank you guys so much. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Stay classy, boys. At Montreal. And as always, please, boys, go Habs, go. Peace.